So I have a ball that's kicked up a ramp. Tells me it's got a velocity that it's kicked with of 12 meters per second. And it ends up 6.5 meters above the ground. So first thing I want you guys to do is list your knowns and unknowns. So list what you're given and what you're solving for. Obviously, the problem only says 2 values, and clearly there's got to be more than that. So see if you can figure out what the knowns and unknowns are. Figure out what else you're given. And see if you can start piecing together what to do here. So if it's not going up anymore, then the final velocity would be 0. So work is what I'm solving for. Mass is 0.5. That was given in the problem. Initial velocity is 12. That was given. Height is 6.5 at the end, which is given. And then we can assume the final velocity is 0 because it stops at that point. And we can assume the initial height is 0 because we can make it 0. Okay, so we need to figure out what equation to use. And most people are looking at this and saying work done by friction. Work equals force times the distance. Okay, the distance would be 6.5 meters. But what would the force be? Well, it doesn't really give me the force. And on top of that, the 6.5 meters isn't really right. That's straight up. That's not the distance that it goes up on the curve. So this equation, W equals FD, is not going to work here. So we need a different equation with work, and we have one. The other equation we have with work, this is slightly different than what I'm giving you, but I'll show you in the end that it's not. Work is equal to change in energy. That's a definition of work. Work causes an energy change. So if work is equal to the change in energy, then we can rewrite this as work equals final energy, which is just kinetic plus potential, minus initial and that would be the setup. So I want you to try to plug it in. So we've got all these things. See if you can plug it in here. Now remember, you can't just plug in mass and velocity for these potential and kinetic energies. You've got to find them. So kinetic energy is 1/2 mv squared. And potential energy is mgh. So see what you can do for setting this up. See if you can get it set up. See what you can do about putting it together. And I'll come around and help if you need help with that. So if you're having trouble setting it up or you have questions about how to set it up, just let me know and I'll come help you. And I'll just kind of come around and see what I can do. Yeah. Say again? I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah.
So it's 2 0 the final velocity is 0, right?
Well, it's yes. The final kinetic energy would be 0, but the final potential energy would not be because of the mgh.
Okay.
But this will be 0. This will be 0. It's this number that will be, and this is right. The 36 is good.
Okay. And then you just subtract them.
Yeah. Yeah. And since you're solving for work and it's already set up for work, that's all you got to do.
All right.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Is this still in the day of the final?
Yes. Do what you think. Get there.
After the final, or like during the final?
Doesn't really help you after the final, does it? I suppose if you have a few things to finish after the final, but I'm just throwing this out there. Given your history with testing, it probably will take you longer to test. So I would encourage you to have it done.